Today we're learning how to use a map scale. This is a map of the United States. From east to west, the United States is 3,000 miles wide. So we have to use a scale to show how far apart cities are on a map. So here's the scale. It shows that 1 inch on the map equals 400 miles. So you can use an inch ruler to see how far cities are apart. So here's 1 inch. And look at Jackson, Mississippi and Montgomery, Alabama. If you look between the 2 points, it's about 1 inch. So that means those 2 places are 400 miles apart. Now we're going to look at more places on the map. So here's the city, Sacramento and Carson City. If I use my inch ruler, and the scale says that 1 inch equals 400 miles. Here's Sacramento and here's Carson City. So on my inch ruler, it looks like it's about half an inch. So half an inch on my scale means it's 200 miles. So on my lesson worksheet, I write half an inch because it's half an inch from Sacramento to Carson City. And half an inch equals 200. So it's 200 miles. Now we're measuring from Des Moines, Iowa to Madison, Wisconsin. So here are the 2 cities. And when I use my inch ruler to measure, it's about 1 inch between the 2 cities. So I know that 1 inch on the map means it's 400 miles. So 1 inch equals 400 miles. Next, we're measuring from Cheyenne, Wyoming to Denver, Colorado. So I use my inch ruler and I have to turn it because Denver is south of Cheyenne. So from star to star, it's about half of this inch right here. So half an inch again on my map scale is 200 miles. So half an inch is 200 miles. Next, I'm measuring from Boise, Idaho to Helena, Montana. So here's Boise, Idaho to Helena, Montana. So I have 2 inches here. So here's 1 inch, and then it goes halfway through the next inch. So this time it's 1.5 inches. So I know that 1 inch is 400 miles, and then 1/2 an inch is 200. So 400 plus 200 is 600. Next, I'm measuring from Nashville, Tennessee to Atlanta, Georgia. If I use my inch ruler, it's about 1 inch between the 2 cities. 1 inch on the map scale means 400 miles. So 1 inch is 400 miles. Next, from Jackson, Mississippi to Montgomery, Alabama. Again, it's about 1 inch between the 2 cities. So 1 inch on the map scale is 400 miles. Next, I'm measuring from Springfield, Illinois to Lansing, Michigan. So here's Springfield and here's Lansing. So I have 1 full inch and it's about 1/2 again. So 1 inch is 400 miles and 1/2 an inch is 200. So it's about 600 miles between the 2 cities. Next, I'm measuring from Richmond, Virginia to Raleigh, North Carolina. So from this star here to this star, it's not quite 1 full inch. I could say that it's 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 of an inch would make it 300 miles. And finally, let's measure from Santa Fe, New Mexico to Austin, Texas. Here's Santa Fe and Austin. This time I had to use 3 inches. 1, 2, 3. So I have to multiply 400 times 3, which equals 1,200. Okay, let's practice.